Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So this is Follow Rich Your Pinoy Nurse here in Singapore. So for my today's content guys, I'm going to share to all of you these new changes from New Zealand Board of Nursing. So, yeah, Nursing Council of New Zealand. So, bad news guys, bad news. So for those who want to work in New Zealand and currently holding a Singapore registered nurse, you might take, so the bad news is you might take the exams, the New Zealand board exam plus OSCE. So yes, this is the new changes for this Nursing Council of New Zealand. So how to know these new changes, guys? So you need to go to self-assessment tool. So if you can see, the council is defining the process your step registration may have changed. For those international qualified nurse who applied in CGFNS prior to July 1, your pathway remained the same. So if like not prior to July 1, then these new changes is applicable to you. So how you will know if you need to take exam, New Zealand board exam, and OSCE. So there is a self-assessment tool. This is the self-assessment tool. So let's get it on. Let's answer one by one. So first scenario. So maybe my scenario first lang. So I'm currently registered with an overseas regulatory authority. So with an overseas regulatory. So this is mine. The next, my nursing education is led. The registration was not completed in USA, UK, Ireland, Singapore, British Columbia, or Ontario. So because means my degree was done in the Philippines, so I need to take this. So I have a bachelor degree. So in Philippines, guys, we have nursing degree. We don't have diploma in nursing. So this is applicable to me. Then now I have completed. Actually, I really have more than 1,800 of work as a registered nurse. I have completed 1,800. So the answer is you have given indicate you will have to complete the test of competence, theory exam and clinical exam OSCE to become a registered nurse in New Zealand. So this is the bad news because during my time when I apply for New Zealand, there's no need for me to go for theory exam and OSCE. So yep, this is the bad news. But by the way guys, don't confuse. You still need to go, the first process is you still need to go for CGFNS NC. So they are the one who going to process your application. Then they will endorse you to New Zealand Board, New Zealand Council, Nursing Council, or I mean the IQN. So yep, this is the bad news. Let's start the assessment again. So how about if I'm not currently registered with an overseas? So totally you may not able to register in you may not be able to register in New Zealand. So again, that is the second scenario. Third scenario, I'm currently registered with an overseas regulatory authority. Then I finished my study in Singapore, my nursing. I finished it in Singapore, UK, Ireland, British Columbia, Ontario. So led to registration. But however, I have worked in registered nurse at least 1,800 in our following. So example, I have experience. So if this is your scenario, then you may not have to complete the test of competence, theory exam and clinical exam. So for this third scenario means you study in Singapore, you have work experience more than 1,800. So definitely you don't need for theory exam and clinical exam. So that is the third scenario. Let's get started again. So again, fourth scenario, I'm currently registered with an overseas regulatory authority. My nursing education was not completed in the following. So again, and even was not completed, also, I don't have degree. I have diploma only, diploma in nursing. So if you have diploma in nursing, then, and I have nursing qualifications such as diploma. And I have completed at least 1,800. This is for diploma nursing. The answer is you have given indicate that your nursing qualification must be assessed by Nursing Council Assessor to confirm it meets the standard of educational equivalence before you may be eligible. If the qualification is not equivalent to NC prescribed qualification and does not meet our standard in Nursing Council Assessor, then it's unlikely you will be eligible for registration as a registered nurse. But you may be able to be registered as enrolled nurse. So what I understand in this fourth scenario is either you are diploma in nursing in other country, maybe Malaysia. But that's a good example. You finish your diploma in nursing in Malaysia, but also you have 1,800 work hours, but however, they still need to assess your qualification if it fits to Nursing Council in New Zealand. So if it doesn't really fit, then they will give you enrolled nurse post. That is the fourth scenario. Again, fifth scenario. My nursing education, again, is not in Singapore. So remember, USA, UK, Ireland, Singapore, British Columbia, and Ontario. This is the only country that they acknowledge if you graduated your nursing in this country. So I do not have a bachelor degree, then I do not have nursing qualification. If you really don't have, then you will totally not be able to register as a nurse in New Zealand. So start assessment again. So how about guys, if example, my hours is less than 1,800. Let's see what will be the result. So I'm currently registered with an overseas regulatory my education that led. Then also I have a bachelor degree, but I have not completed the 1,800. You may not be eligible for registration, and you will need to obtain more nursing work experience. So you need a 1,800 hours. Okay, guys, before you start up the application, start the assessment again. How about example, you graduate in Singapore, you finish your study, and you have less than 1,800 hours of work experience. My nursing education that led for registration was completed in the following. But I have not worked list. But example, because in Singapore there's a degree or diploma. Okay, maybe you finish degree. You see how? And I have not completed the 8 hour. You may not be eligible. And you will need to obtain more nursing work experience. This is those who are study in Singapore, a degree holder, but less than 1,800 work experience. So you still need to complete your work experience. So how about if you study in Singapore plus diploma? I mean, you have a diploma in nursing. And you see how, if diploma in nursing, what is the answer? I'm currently registered with an overseas regulatory. My education was either in Singapore, British. I have not worked as a registered nurse at this. Do not have degree. I have an overseas such as diploma. I have not completed. Or maybe if you're diploma but you completed 1,800. The answer you may have given dedicated to nursing education must be assessed. Still need to assess the same answer. They still need to assess if even you study in Singapore and diploma in nursing, they still need to assess. So they only, as I understand here, they only want a degree holder. That's what I understand. So yeah, so if my explanation is not so really superb or not really good, you can go to this website. You can go to IQN website, and everything is here. So really a sad news for those who really want to work in New Zealand. And remember guys, CGFNS step 1, verifying document with CGFNS NC. Remember CGFNS NC. CGFNS NC is the one going to submit. You must verify authentication before applying to council. They are the one going to submit to the IQN. So apply to become a registered nurse. After apply to nurse, the document are verified. Yep. So that's it. Still the same. So remember the self-assessment tool, guys. So I hope you've learned something new again. And by the way, guys, as I understand, once you get your New Zealand license as a registered nurse, you can still convert it to Australia via Trans-Tasman agreement. I saw somewhere here. Let me see. See, Australian registered nurse will be eligible under Trans-Tasman's pathway. Please check here. We double check here. What is this? This is the Trans-Tasman. If you're currently registration, this is example a counterpart. If you are registered in APRA, you can apply to New Zealand via registration of Trans-Tasman. It's a mutual recognition. If you have previously been registered with nursing council, do not apply. Okay. So same thing. I guess if example it's like a vice versa. New Zealand nurse go to Australia, Australian nurse go to New Zealand. It will be converted by Trans-Tasman mutual recognition. Okay? So I hope that's it. Thank you again for watching my content. Bye-bye!